Hi guys, I'm ready with yet another episode of Jagee's Cookbook. And this time, well, it was my friend who triggered the idea of the Black Forest cake. Now, whenever we think of the Black Forest cake, everyone really adores the taste and the appearance and everything. It's just a treat in itself. So, what I thought of was making a Black Forest cake and showing you how to do it. Now why I did this was, it was my friend Manju who triggered this idea, because last time when she came and met me, that was probably a week ago, she came and I asked her, she's a very, very health conscious person, and so I asked her, listen, what do you do, or what do you eat actually when you came out here in Kerala? And she said, not much, I'm not a big foodie, but then I tried out a Black Forest cake. I always liked the appearance of a Black Forest cake when you see it in bakehouses. I like to see the appearance of the Black Forest cake, and it's really very, very appetizing. But I really don't dig the taste of it, but I just adore the way it looks. It looks delicious. I said, now that triggered an idea in me. I thought, why not prepare a Black Forest gâteau for my very special friend, which not only looks good, but tastes even better. Let's start doing the Black Forest cake. Okay, so now we get into the procedure. I have a pan of water, a glass of water, whatever you want to call it. This is non-flammable. Ouch! It's non-flammable. I mean, there's nothing wrong in putting it on the direct heat. So it is double boiling. So what we have to do is, we need 4 eggs. Okay, we need 4 eggs, and we're going to whip it up really, really well. And we're not going to separate it. We're just going to whip the whole thing up together. Then we put the sugar, and then I'll show you what really happens. Okay, so to make things easier, let's exchange places.
Sure.
Huh? Okay. Okay. Now, what we do is we break the eggs. Can you break it for me?
Sure.
Okay. We just take it out.
Egg out.
Yes. Are you good at breaking eggs? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You can put it out here. Okay. Okay. Okay, you can just give it to me. I'll put it for you. No, you do it. I said, I was thinking about the shells.
Okay.
So you don't have to bend
All
over.
4.
Okay, all the 4. Okay. Thank you. So Manju has been kind enough to break 4 eggs, and we're just going to whip it up. We need the heat to whip up very fast. Okay, so can you help me? Can you just hold it and help me? No, just one hand. One hand. This hand is enough. Yeah. Okay. So I'll just whip it up. Not really. Yeah. The heat actually helps the eggs to whip up very quickly, more quicker, and it gives more volume.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I think that's enough. Otherwise, we'll have our eggs cooked. So just off that. Okay. Can you whip this for me?
Sure.
Now I've got around 160 grams of caster sugar. Now you can use granulated sugar, okay? But I suggest, you can use any sugar. We're just going to whip it up. So little by little. Okay. Okay, now we'll change places. You can come here. Okie dokie. And you can put the sugar when I tell you, okay? Not now. Now, another reason why we whip the sugar with the eggs is it makes the eggs more stronger, the texture. So the whipped eggs can stand better, okay, rather than, flopping down after some time. Okay, you can put in your rest.
All together?
Yeah. Okie dokie. So my camera can see it's nice and thick. This is how it should be. It should be really, really thick and voluminous. So see the volume?
Yes,
See how it's
really fluffy.
Fluffy, yeah. That's how it should be. It should really be fluffy, okay? So now we just keep this aside. Okay. You can put this in here. Now what we do is we add around 3 tablespoons of melted butter, okay, into this mixture. Okay. Smells nice. Okie dokie. 3 tablespoons. Unsalted, melted butter. Now what we do is we have to sift the dry ingredients and then we fold it very carefully into this mixture. Okay, so we've got around 100 grams of all-purpose flour. 100 grams of all-purpose flour. We put it in the sieve first. Now to this we have to add 50 grams of cocoa, not chocolate powder, cocoa, okay? Oh, gorgeous
Sift it
cocoa.
together?
Yeah.
Okay.
50 grams of cocoa. Wait a minute, one more thing. Now, we've got all this air, okay, and this is like the basis of the cake. But we need a little more of rising agent, and for that, we need a little bit of baking powder. So to that, 100 grams of all-purpose flour, 50 grams of cocoa, and around half a teaspoon of baking powder. Baking powder and not baking soda. Just half a teaspoon, okay?
Okay.
Level teaspoon. Half a level teaspoon of baking powder.
Yeah.
There. And then with this, you can actually sieve it. You can sieve it any way you want.
They're all going to be mixed together.
Yeah, they have to be evenly mixed together. That means the cocoa, the flour, and the baking powder should be evenly mixed together.
There it's done.
Yes, that's fine. So the major part, see, this is the major part of the Black Forest cake. That is whipping up the 4 eggs. Once this is done, mixing and sieving together the dry ingredients and mixing together, voila, you've got your Black Forest cake. So here, can I have my spoon, please? Now I need to fold.
Sure.
Okay. Now with a wooden spoon, you can actually, can you put it for me a little bit?
Sure.
Do you need a spoon?
No, I can just
It's okay.
slowly put it little by little, right?
Okay, yes, little by little.
Okay. You will start.
I'll
this
fold
is
in.
enough,
I'll
or-
fold in a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. It's enough. Very, very carefully, just like a baby. We have to be very careful not to deflate the air, which we tried so hard to put in. Okay.
More.
Yep.
Okay.
And
That
down.
looks very good.
Yeah, down and about, down. You just have to like tumble it over. Be very, very delicate with it. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
and you can put the rest.
Okay.
Do you want to try?
Sure.
Yeah. Because you're going to, you promised me that you're going to make one when you reach the States. I never know that.
Yes.
I'll never know.
Yeah.
I'm going to phone your husband and
I'm
ask.
going to send you a picture. How about that?
You never know. Probably, probably you buy it from the store and you snap it up.
Send you a picture.
Ah, I'm gonna ask your husband,
All right.
but then he'll always be on your side.
This is enough.
Okay, no. See, the way you fold is, we just tumble it over
Okay,
like this. See, there is flour more. You just tumble it over like this. if we do it very, very, very slowly and carefully, probably we'll deflate all the air. So we need a, what do you call it, a knack for this. Once you get to practice this, it's okay. And now what we do is we just pour this into our cake pan. Now this is a non-stick cake pan, so it's okay. But if it's not a non-stick cake pan, I advise you to grease it and flour it, okay? Grease it with butter and flour it. Now, just for old time's sake, I'm just going to grease it. Okay, I'm just going to grease it a bit. Okay, that's enough. I mean, I just did this for, just for precaution, that's all. Okay, so now this is mixed. I pour this in. Can you help me to hold this?
Sure.
And carefully, slowly and carefully.
I'll hold it. You can do this.
Okay. No, just a bit up. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, now I can manage.
Okay.
Now this looks light now, but once it's baked, it's going to become dark.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was wondering about that.
Now it's got 50 grams of cocoa, 50 grams. So that's quite a lot. Now this looks really, really light now, but believe me, once it's baked, it's really going to be black and it's going to live up to its name, the Black Forest. So once it's put into the oven, it'll come back as a delicious black treat, a black beauty, and you're really going to enjoy it. So I'm going to put this in the oven and I'm going to bake it for around 30 to 40 minutes and let's see what happens. Now, I've taken out the cake, which has been baking for around 30, 35, 40 minutes, and it's cool now, okay? And I've upturned it onto a plate for the decoration, for the yummy, yummy decoration. I've got some whipped cream here, okay, which is really, really whipped up really well. It's like a double cream. If we say it in England, in America you say whipped cream, no?
Whipped cream.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So now this is done, whipped up. I've got some whipping cream inside a pretty nozzle, this one. And this nozzle, it's the present you gave me, I think, 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
You remember the icing set?
Yeah,
she gave me this wonderful, wonderful gift. Now, so another thing I did was, I got some fresh cherries. Now, I went through a whole lot of trouble going to all sorts of supermarkets to get a tin of cherries, fresh cherries in syrup, and I did not get it. So what I did was, like I said, I'm the queen of substitution. So what I did was, I got some fresh cherries, and what I did, I put some sugar syrup, like 3 tablespoons of sugar in 100 mils of water, and I boiled it up and put the fresh cherries in it. Okay, so for that I put around, this much, probably 100 grams or something. That is de-seeded. Okay, and then you get a lovely, look at the syrup.
Yeah.
You see the syrup? And it's really nice. You can taste one if you want to. Taste one? Good, huh? Tastes like canned cherries.
Canned cherries.
Exactly. Okay, now what we do is here, I'm just going to lift this off. Do you want to lift it for me?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Slowly. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So we've got our baked Black Forest cake. Now what we do is, this is a small Black Forest cake, okay? Now what we do is, we have to cut it in half, okay? So half in American and half in British. Okay, so what I do, I do a simple technique with this. If you are comfortable in slicing it with a long serrated knife in one go, go ahead. Okay, but this is a foolproof method. Okay, so what I do is I go down. Okay, I do an indentation in the middle.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if you find that your cake is very, very soft and crumbly, I suggest you put it in the freezer for around 5 minutes, or put it in the refrigerator about 10 to 15 minutes so that it hardens up.
Okay.
Okay. Otherwise, it will really, really break up and it'll create a mess. So this is just indentation. That's all, just to mark the middle of the cake. Okie dokie.
All right.
Okay. Now what I do is, you know this this thread, it's like a cooking thread.
Okay.
Okay. What I do is, I need to stand up for this. I have to, you know the marking we did? I'll probably do it through here. Yeah, the marking we did, I'll have to sit down. We'll have to put the whole thread, like so, like, you know, just touching the middle of it. Okay, so like you've got two ends.
Okay.
Huh? Now what you do is, with a scissor, which I don't happen to have, as usual, I'm going to do it with this. Don't do this at home, okay? You might really cut your fingers. Okay, now, what we do is, you know these two threads? Oh, this is quite long. Okay, you know these two threads, we just pull it in the opposite ways.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
That's brilliant.
yeah, this one, this side, the left one to the right, and the right to the left. Okie dokie?
Yeah, yeah.
And
They meet in the
just
middle.
pull, yeah, they meet in the middle. Clever girl. I hope I'm doing, I mean, you know, it cuts out straight. Can you just hold it for me? Yeah.
I think you made it right.
I hope so. Yep.
Ah.
Okay. Now I hope I get it in one piece, right? Now I need it. I'm making a mess. Oof, thank goodness. Okay. Now so we got two layers.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what we do is, now remember our sugar syrup. This is 100 ml of water with 3 tablespoons of sugar, caster sugar, and 100 grams of cherries. And this is boiled down. Sorry, this is boiled down to probably 50 mils, and it's really it's a light syrup.
Yeah.
It's a lovely syrup. It doesn't have to be too thick. Okay, so can you just pour it over? Yeah. Not like too much, because otherwise it's going to break the texture of the cake, the actual skeleton of the cake. Okay.
I think I'm going to save the rest for the next piece. Yeah?
Fine. Now what we do is put the whipped cream. Now, as I said, I whipped the cream and the icing sugar together, and it's really whipped up into soft peaks. No, heavy peaks.
Okay.
Okay, and I'm just going to spread it over, just like ice cream, huh?
It's pretty good texture.
So this is
So this is evenly spread now.
yeah. So evenly spread. Okay.
Do you have to add cherries?
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Good that you reminded. Otherwise, I would have
Just spread it?
Yeah, a little bit, huh? Yeah, and make sure that you do it around the edges so that it looks pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
From outside, right?
Yeah.
You finish all this?
Yeah, you might as well.
Okay.
Because we're going to put grated chocolate on top,
Okay.
and then the fresh cherries also. There you go. Yeah, good job. Okay, and carefully, yes. Let's put this outside. Oops. Okay, now this is like over. Okay.
Yeah.
Now what we do is ice the rest of the cake, put cream all over the cake. Then we're going to actually grate the chocolate on top of it, okay?
Okay.
So again, imagine all the calories. How much, do you go to the gym?
Yes, of course.
Yeah? Good, that's why you
Yeah.
keep your figure, huh?
I try at least to go 3 times a week.
Oh, good. And what all do you do? Do you do weights?
I do weights. I weight train and
It's good to
I run.
it's good to keep muscles to beat up your husband, huh?
Actually, my dogs help me lose weight because I had to walk them 2 times at least.
2 times
A
day?
day? Yeah. Yeah,
That's
so-
see, that's a very good form of exercise, walking the dog. So if you have dogs, which you must have, you should walk them, and it's a really good and fun form of exercise.
Yes, and weekends we go out with them and run.
Oh, that's nice.
They love running outside in the park, so that gives us a lot of outdoor stuff. Yeah.
What do we get?
Oh, yeah.
You can hold it for me. Now the thing is, like, I love baking. I adore all sort of baking, but icing. Oops. Even though icing is the best part of the cake, I think it's like.
Can I have this?
Yeah, sure. I'm like that too.
Oh my God, that icing with the cherry
Tastes
already
good.
tastes really good. Yep.
Okay, I think that's round about enough. So long for my icing things. So now I have iced my cake with the fresh cream, okay? And now let's grate the chocolate on top of it. Okay. Do you want to grate it? You want to grate it?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a fun part.
Okay, we need it all over. And the thicker the better. Okay, do you want me to help you? Okay.
Smells so good. So fast. This is milk chocolate?
This is milk, but you can put plain chocolate, anything you like. I think that will do, no?
Yes.
You want a little more? You want
I
to
want a piece.
Please. I mean, your husband is really going to murder me once you become really fat, once you go from here. The grated chocolate is, all right, grated on it, and it looks nice, doesn't it? It
Very
smells
good.
awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what I've done is it's just a star nozzle, okay? Very, very easy. You can use a paper bag. I've got chocolates all over me. And, just do squiggles of cream and just place a red cherry on top of all these squiggles. And then it's done, okay? So, okay. Now you can put how much squiggles you want. Depends upon you. That's for the Papa Bear.
I think that's enough.
That's enough?
Yeah.
You want one more of these, Noah?
That's
That'll
fine.
be enough. Okay. So can you put some cherries on top of it? Just one cherry on top.
Sure. Ooh, pretty.
Wow. I think your hand made it better.
That looks so pretty.
Yeah. So my cake is finely decorated. It looks sumptuous, doesn't it? So all of you, this is a great Black Forest which looks good and tastes